Hiya, today I'm going to share my cancer bead story with you. I decided to log my journey through beads. I got the idea from Beads of Courage, which I tend to use with children when they're younger, and to record the journey they go on. So I thought that's a pretty cool idea. I'm a bit of a child myself, so I thought I'll log my journey as well. So each bead has a different meaning. So blue would be a clinical visit or a doctor's visit. Green is scans and tests. Brown's like a procedure, like a biopsy. What else have we got? Red or bloods. White I've got down as chemotherapy, and yellow down as immunotherapy. So I'll just wander through it a little bit and tell you the initial bit of my story, which is obviously this bit. There you go, we've obviously got a sad face there. So first of all, start off with the doctor's appointment, bit of a wheeze, set me for an x-ray, which is obviously this one. And then the morning after, I had blood tests, and when I was having the blood test, a notification come through on my NHS app about the x-ray results to say that I had a 7.5 centimetre tumour, hence Mr. Sad Face there. So obviously had a CT scan, more appointments with the doctors. This obviously happened over a few weeks. Then I had to have a biopsy, which is this one, the brown one, biopsy. And I will give myself a star for being very brave for that one. So then, just after the biopsy, I spoke to the consultant again. Another sad face. I found out that not only was it cancerous, but it had spread into my hip. So it's metastatic. More tests, more appointments with doctors. And around this time I was introduced to the oncologist, and I was offered a clinical trial. So that's what all this lot is. These are all tests that I had. So MRI scan, bone scan, brain scan, heart assessment thing, all sorts to happen that week. And this was my birthday week, and I remember this one in particular. This was my MRI scan, which was actually on my birthday, and they had trouble getting blood out of me. I was battered and bruised by this time with different pokes and things. So henceforward I've started on about to start treatment. And before you go on treatment, obviously you see the consultant has another scan. Then I had to have a blood test. You have a blood test 2 days before your treatment, and in this particular occasion it was traumatic, this one. I went, and I've never, I felt quite abused and battered when I left having this done. She couldn't get blood out of me, and I'd already had bruises from hence all these cannulas. So I spent most of that day crying. I think my sister will remember it if she sees this. I was ringing up and I just couldn't stop crying because I'd had enough by this stage, battered. So I gave myself 2 stars for that. Then we saw the consultant again, and this is my first lot of treatment. Now, because I'm on a clinical trial, I've got to give a lot of blood. So I gave blood before my chemo, I gave blood after my chemo, and and before the immunotherapy, and I gave blood afterwards. And again, the nurses there were lovely, but I think I've had 6 different nurses trying to get blood out of me, and we really struggled again. So that wasn't a pleasant experience, but I can't fault the staff for being so gentle on that one. So resulting from that is this brown one. I ended up having a PICC line put in, and obviously bravery again for it. So since then, all my blood results, bloods have been a lot easier. So can you see that lots and lots of blood tests to be had. The trial people want lots of blood out of you, but there we go. So what's this one? Oh, a bit that way, smiley face. It's a smiley face, this one. Earlier on I'd had a scan, and I think I'd had 2 lots of chemo by then, and then I found out that the tumour had shrunk, actually shrunk almost by half, hence the smiley face for a change. Lovely, that's the way to do it. So that was very good. And then the rest of them really are more or less my journey through treatments. I've got, these are immunotherapy and chemotherapy, seeing the consultant, having the odd blood test, which thankfully I've got a bit, not, they don't take quite as much blood out of me these days. So I'm on that. I've just had cycle 9. And so that's my journey so far in the beads. Quite a long journey from January to now it's September. Yeah, long may it continue and continue to work for me. So I hope you've enjoyed the story about the beads, and I hope you found it quite interesting. I like to have them hung up and look at them and just think how far I've come since January when I first found out. We'll see how long my journey lasts. So thank you for listening, and see you soon.